40 years of an extraordinary and highly controversial music career, pop queen and provocateur Madonna is more than just the queen of pop. Madonna has challenged taboos throughout her career, ones that could have easily restricted others from expressing themselves in the way they wanted. Through her revolutionary 1980s fashion sense, lifestyle, lyrics and rebellious attitude, Madonna has single-handedly caused a few cultural crises and brought in notions which empowered feminism and supported the LGBT community amongst other braveries. Her actions as a daring pop icon arguably led many people to finally retaliate against oppression in their lives, and look at things like gender and sexuality from a different perspective. Number 14 on our list is American Life. To be fair, even Madonna's worst albums are considered a solid offering when compared to other artists. But since we are used to the material girl dictating music trends for the best part of 4 decades, we do hold her to a higher standard. Why American Life is ultimately a dud is because it never matched its ambitions. With songs bearing grand titles such as Hollywood and the eponymous track, Madonna wanted an album to capture the US national mood. Instead, what we got is light mix of fluffy folk, pop and electronica with pseudo-spiritual messages failing to resonate. Number 13 on our list is MDNA. One of the rare times Madonna sounded like a follower rather than a leader. While ebullient tracks like I'm Addicted and Girl Gone Wild were club bangers, there is a deflating feeling Madonna was trying to be cool with a younger generation. Such as the lackluster Give Me All Your Lovin', a collaboration with younger pop stars Nicki Minaj and MIA that so amply demonstrates. Number 12 on our list is Hard Candy. Technically, this is the kind of superbly produced album we expect from Madonna. But why Hard Candy is so disconcerting is how she takes a back seat throughout the project. While a generous collaborator, she often ensures guest artists and producers work to fulfill her vision. Hard Candy's best tracks, such as 4 Minutes and Candy Shop, finds Madonna playing second fiddle to pop underlings like Justin Timberlake, and honestly that is unacceptable. Number 11 on our list is Madame X. While some fans claim Madame X is Madonna's worst album, they are mistaken. That realization will come with time, however this vibrant and esoteric album just gets better with age. For one thing, it is good to hear Madonna doing her own thing as opposed to chasing the pop sound of the moment. Madame X is a hard left turn from the pack with tracks inspired by the Portuguese folk form of fado, electronic chill-out music, and in the case of Dark Ballet, Russian classical composer Tchaikovsky's Dance of the Reed Flutes from the Nutcracker. Number 10 on our list is Rebel Heart. Madonna is often uncompromising in her quest for new creative ground. This is what made Rebel Heart such a welcome surprise upon its release, as she allows herself to look back and freely pilfer from her peak periods of the late 1980s and early 2000s. The ascending 90s house keyboards and empowering lyrics of Living for Love recalls the heady vibes of former smash hits Ray of Light and Vogue. The regal final track Wash All Over Me serves as another fine addition to her underrated collection of ballads. Number 9 on our list is Music. Madonna's fearless streak differentiates her from peers, and Music is a prime example. The album came on the back of the commercial success of the brilliant 1998 album, mining those heady club sounds. Instead, she ditched the sequenced outfits for a cowgirl persona, way before Lady Gaga did it with 2016 album Joanne, for a trippy collection of electropop and country folk tracks. That said, even Madonna knows where her bread is buttered. Hence the album's self-titled single, a melange of cutting-edge electropop and funk that became a monster hit. Number 8 on our list is Madonna. Even though she wowed an unsuspecting public and the music press with futuristic sounds of her eponymous debut album, many of the tracks used the latest gear at the time, like the Linn drum machine and synthesizers like the Moog bass. It took a while for the album to really catch on. After the muted reception to otherwise solid singles Everybody and Burning Up, it was the sun-kissed sounds of Holiday saving the album. Number 7 on our list is Erotica. It's hard to understate how controversial this album was and relatively is. Released alongside a racy photo book, the tightly coiled collection of pop and dance numbers featuring hits Fever and Deeper finds Madonna extolling all matters related to love and sensuality. Erotica is also home to one of Madonna's most criminally underrated singles, the ethereal beauty that is Rain. Number 6 on our list is Bedtime Stories. While Madonna reveled in heated discussions surrounding erotica and even embraced the moniker the Queen of Obscene, some of the words cut deep. While the album is a lush collection of sumptuous ballads and R&B tracks, epitomized by the majestic Closer Take a Bow, it is also home to some of Madonna's most forthright lyrics. Human Nature and Forbidden Love are a worthy riposte to critics in its defense of female expression and liberation. With 8 million albums sold, Bedtime Stories may be considered as moderately successful by Madonna's standards, but it remains one of her most important creative statements. Number 5 on our list is Confessions on a Dance Floor. While the Material Girl doesn't do apologies, this disco-burning album is as close as it gets as an act of contrition to fans who were dismayed by her woeful previous effort in American life. Thankfully, po-faced seriousness of that record made a great batch of club-ready tracks with sharp hooks and glimmering synths. Such was her zeal to please that Madonna even sampled ABBA's disco classic for the album's biggest hit Hung Up. Supported by a disco-themed world tour, Confessions on a Dance Floor marked a much-needed mid-career reset. Number 4 on our list is True Blue. Madonna reached her commercial zenith with this blockbuster. With more than 25 million albums sold, Madonna's third release was one of the biggest selling albums of the decade by a female artist. While momentum was certainly on her side, courtesy of the chart-busting success of previous album Like a Virgin, True Blue shines in its own light due to Madonna's first stab at musical and lyrical maturity. Perhaps as a reaction and calculated attempt to reach an older audience, True Blue features more natural instrumentations and string sections. Some of these evocative sounds contemplate some of the more serious subject matter Madonna grapples with, such as the complexity of relationships in the epic ballad Live to Tell and teenage pregnancy and angst in Papa Don't Preach. Number 3 on our list is Like a Virgin. This was the album that placed Madonna on the map as well as the charts. After the relatively cool reception to her self-titled debut album the previous year, the singer returned to the studio with super producer and chic bassist Nile Rodgers for a ruthlessly focused collection of pop songs. You will be hard-pressed to find fault with the album's 9 tracks, featuring at least 3 pop classics in the form of Material Girl, the album's title track and Angel. Number 2 on our list is Ray of Light. Madonna made her impression felt over her 4-decade-long career by dropping a masterpiece in nearly every decade. Ray of Light was easily one of the best albums of the 90s, pairing some of her most intimate lyrics with maximalist and cinematic production. Through the intricately layered sounds of the barreling title track and the squelchy beats and bleeps of Drowned World Substitute for Love, the album has been widely viewed as taking electronic music from the clubs to the masses. And of course the brilliance of Frozen. Number 1 on our list is Like a Prayer. The quintessential Madonna album in which she wraps up her first decade in a brilliant summation of the styles and subjects covered so far. The album bursts out of the gate with back-to-back pop classics Like a Prayer and Express Yourself, a pair distilling the best of Madonna's pure pop approach and probing lyricism, before digging deeper with the moving song like Oh Father. Even the album's scraps are pure gold, with Cherish featuring her sweetest vocal take to date. Madonna went on to release more adventurous material, but nothing beats the pure thrills found in this landmark and monumental release.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, follow me on my Instagram account and support our channel by becoming a patron on Patreon, and with a bunch of rewards help us creating together a great content with your favorite artists. Bye!